let's make sure that you treat your image the same way that you treat those degrees, the same way that you treat those accolades, the same way that you treat that alumni association, the same way that you treat those letters behind your name, because your image matters that much. And in many instances, for many of you, where you've gotten in your growth, where you've gotten in your career, where you've gotten in your life, you're realizing it actually matters more, because you've capped in your level of doing the things. You and your colleagues around you, you guys do the same level of performance, same caseload, same whatever. And the only things that they're now starting to look at are some of the things not quite on the resume. The things that you couldn't go get a quick certificate to fix. They're trying to figure out, does he look like somebody who should represent this department? Does she look like someone that we should send off to go schmooze with these clients in Seattle this weekend? Do you look like the person that is on the next level? Because sometimes you can actually look like just your level. And that's why they're like never looking at you to give you a promotion. I actually had a client just like this who I was just talking to again the other day, and we were just going over some new things that we're working on together, but also just looking at her growth. And when she first started, she was mentioning that really there was not a lot of traction happening for her in terms of her career. Just really felt kind of like glossed over. No one really said anything spectacular or horrible. Just kind of coasting, like many of you, right? Kind of coasting through as a business owner, coasting through as a thought leader, coasting through at your position at your job, right? Coasting. You do great, but not great enough, right? And, when we started working together, this client and I, she wasn't fully focused on work. Work was maybe number two. She was like, I really want to do this for me. I really just want to come back to having a great style. I did have one when I was younger, and I've kind of lost myself in that. And so we started working on her style and her image, and we started working on the big three. What is the big three? The big three are the three things that really impact and move the needle on your image. And that's to yourself and to the world, honey. The three things: hair that likes you back, style that likes you back, skin/makeup. Okay? So we started working on those big three. Within 3 months of me giving her outfits that really landed well on her body, liked her back, were great for work, were, polished enough yet interesting, changing her hair so that she always knew what's the hairstyle that liked her back and she could lean into that instead of trying all these crazy things or just kind of putting it in a bun. And within 3 months, Miss Ma'am had a promotion. How do you go from being overlooked to now a promotion? And she didn't go get another certificate. She mentioned it to me, she didn't go in the gym extra. She was like, I was working out the same. She didn't lose any weight. She didn't do anything but change her image. And now her boss was like, hey, would you mind if we sent you to X, Y, and Z? And they'd send her, and they realized that went really well. And they do it again. And they were like, we want you to now start representing this department. Well, that comes with a promotion and a raise, darling. Wouldn't you know? Okay, so this is the path that I am talking about. And mind you, that was maybe fall of last year. She's actually just gotten another promotion this spring. And you've been waiting for how long? For a promotion, for someone to notice you, for someone to pay you more, for someone to actually finally see you as a thought leader who can command the money and the like impact that you want to make. Oh, you just thought it was based on you getting more good at what you do, getting better at what you do. But there's a certain cap, because it's like you have this job, right? So you know how to do the job. Your performance review is pretty much the same. It's pretty average, the same as everyone else's. Hey, some years you kind of rise a little bit. Sometimes you plateau. What are you going to do? So what is going to make the difference is your image, especially in 2025, when so few people know how to look like anything anymore. And the reason, personally, what I blame for this is that we've gotten like a little bit too safe and like, wear what you like and be and like and do and just don't even worry about it. It's like, no one at the store was like, hey babe, like maybe a different color, maybe a different cut, like let me help you. No, everyone's just like, oh, you look great in that. And that's what people do all day. They'll say, you look great in that, or they'll say, you look fine. Fine is really the magic word that people say. Oh, it's fine. You look fine. Oh, you always look fine to me. Fine is not what we're going for. Unless we're talking about 90s fine, which is the only time that we want to hear fine go together and be talked and spoken about around us. 90s and fine, that's great. But your image is going to open the door when you've already done the groundwork, when you've already got a running start. I'm not saying, hey, don't study, don't do anything, don't try, and just look good. I'm not saying that, because then you would really have to have pretty privilege. Like that would have to be a genetic blessing from the Lord, okay? For you to just not do anything and all of a sudden stumble into the world opening up for you. Very few people, truly, okay? I don't meet a ton of people who have this can't ignore pretty privilege, okay? The rest of us, what we do have is using our image, especially because other people are not, in a way that advances our goal already. So when the girls come to me and they're like, I just got a divorce 2 years ago, I'm ready to get on the dating scene. Okay, let's make sure that your image aligns with the fact that you want to be dating. Because when I look at you right now, I'm like, I don't know if anyone's asking that on a date. And it's not because you're ugly. You look unloved. You look like you're not cared for, right? And people are attracted to people who look loved and cared for, maintained, right? Like when we're going to look for a house to actually move into, we're not looking for fixer-uppers unless we're construction people. Okay, we want to walk into a house and be like, yes, I love this. Like this is what I imagine. This is what I want to be in. It's the same with a house. Like with people, we don't want to just be looking at you guys and each other as projects. Imagine going out on dates with people that you only think are projects. That means something up here likes chaos. That's a red flag, okay? But most people, if they're going to date, if they're going to hire, if they're interacting with people in any way, your image is coming into play. Whether they're going to give it to this person or this person, who looks more safe, who looks more trustworthy, who looks like they get the job done better, who looks more disciplined, who looks more, who looks more. Because at a certain point, you guys have the same degrees. You guys both had extracurriculars. You guys both now have letters behind your names. You're both likable. Okay. Like, you gotta use this as a tool. You've got to use your image as a tool. And you can't say you don't have this tool. Some tools we don't have. Maybe, you don't come from a rich, wealthy background, so you don't have that tool to use. You don't have, wealth and money to use. But we all have image. Again, not pretty privilege, but the ability to use your image to be in alignment with what your goal is. If you say that you want to be dating, why are you looking like a librarian? Right. Okay. If you say that you're looking to get promoted and you want to be seen as a thought leader, why are you always in Crocs? Are you following here? We are away from pretty privilege, right? We don't need an elf nose that's perfect in 2025, apparently. We'll talk about that later. We don't need to be perfect, an AI simulated human being. We need to look like what we're asking for. Is that too much to ask? I think not. And I challenge you to ask yourself, am I looking like and walking like what I say that I want? Do I look like XYZ? Do I look like what I put on my vision board? If not, I want to help you. Let's connect. Sign up for a one-on-one, sign up for a consult, send an email or drop a question down below. If you need help with any of that, if you have any further questions, I'd love to help and talk to you guys. I talked to some of you guys already. We've already been working together, and I hope to see more of you. Until next time, toodles.